Hello there, it's the 10th of August 2023 and my bike tour around Iceland continues. I'm starting today in this place called Hvammstangi, coming down onto the main road and then following the main road along, coming all the way up to this town here called Blonduos. It's going to be a bit windy today, so this could be a bit of a challenge. Here's some commentary and clips from the road. Speak in a bit. Cheers! Good morning, it's Thursday the 10th of August and it's about 10 o'clock. I took a day off at Hvammstangi campground because there was a nice little store here, but the main reason was I had a problem with my sleeping mat. It's an inflatable sleeping mattress. It's losing air overnight and I can't find the leak, and I spent 2 or 3 hours yesterday trying to find it. Just cannot find the leak. Pumped it up a couple of times overnight.
Take the next sharp left, then keep left.
And so, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to put up with a slowly deflating sleeping mat for the rest of the trip, which is not good. So,
now take a sharp left.
Sorry about
then
commute in the
keep
background.
left.
So, when it comes to long-term bike touring, I do think that the foam mats are better in the long run. They're less comfortable, of course they are, but the problem with an inflatable mat that lets you down and you can't find it, the leak to repair it, is that it's even less comfortable. So for 3.5 weeks this mat was perfect, and for the remaining 2 weeks it's going to be a gigantic pain in the arse.
Automatic replanning is turned off. Take a look at the map.
Because obviously,
The door is 80 meters behind you.
God, it's commute tonight. Because obviously the sleeping mat is there for insulation, not just for comfort. And as it gets down to 8 degrees at night, lower when I get into the highlands, can produce problems. So I'm going to have to find a way around this. Anyway, that's a problem for a few hours time when I get to the next destination, which is Blonduos, about 60 kilometers away. Expected a slight headwind. Should be there within 4 hours maximum. And away we go. It was a bit colder this morning when I started off, so I've got my Endura puffy jacket on. I'm sure I should know the model number. I think it's like a GV500, not the rain jacket, the thermal jacket. It's quite warm, so I'm going to end up taking it off in a bit. No doubt when I take it off I need to put it back on again, as you do. So a lot of the kit I've used has been really good. It's really just a sleeping mat that's let me down, so far, of course. So like, I'm wearing some sealskins gloves, long fingered at the minute, just until I warm up. They're awesome. Sealskin socks, they've been great. And of course I've got these Endura Humvee 3/4 length shorts, which I've been wearing for years, not the same pair. And you know, they're brilliant for bike touring, I think. So, you know, they're kind of hard wearing. You don't mind wandering around the supermarket in them rather than in a pair of lycra bike shorts. Keep you warm when it's cold. So yeah, overall the kit's been good. And you know, if I'd finished the tour a little bit earlier, the sleeping mat would have been good as well. The only things I've not used so far have been my bag of spare parts, which is quite big, and I'm happy never to use that. Not all of the medical kit. I've used a couple of things in the medical kit, like the antiseptic cream, and I've used a couple of Nurofen. What else have I taken that I've not really used? No, everything else has been used, so I think I've chosen everything pretty well. Even the head net, washing pegs. They're two things that are like quite lightweight, but they're definitely worth taking if you're on a longer tour. Like some clothes pegs and the head net, especially if you know you go into an area with flies. There's one thing I've not used, excuse me, it's a seal skins head gaiter. That's for extremely bad weather, and that was me like over preparing. At the minute I've not had to use it, and again I'm happy to bring stuff like that I never have to use. I prefer to have it than not use it. So just coming up to the junction with the main road, the Route 1, where I turn left. See, Kamut told us that. So expecting slightly heavier traffic now for a bit. Also got a small uphill section, and then there's a lot of downhill then, which is pretty good. So yeah, headwind then. Interesting. It's been a side wind for a lot of the time, which was just about copable. Although I was riding at a bit of an angle in order to stay upright. I am just about to turn a corner though, and this could be where things get a little bit tricky, because I'm going to be riding into the wind for about, he says, looking at his thing, 48 kilometers. Maybe 24 of those are directly into the wind. So I think I'm just going to have to see what happens. I mean, I've got no other choice but to go on this route, of course. So it's just one of those things. Positives is it's not raining, and at some point I will be going downhill, so it could be because I'm uphill I'm a little bit more exposed. But I am expecting 25 km/h winds, which don't sound a lot, but they are if they are in the wrong direction. And they come as gusts as well, so which with the traffic is all very interesting. Right, here we go. Don't know if you can hear me over the wind, and I don't know if you can see the grass moving, but yeah, it's been pretty windy. I have to pull over every time a truck comes in the opposite direction, because the crosswind it produces just starts to push off the bike a bit. I can't do anything about excuse me, what's coming behind me, because I can't see it, and also I can't hear it over the wind either. Yeah, this is I mean, if this was combined with rain, this would be just a horrible day. I mean, I'm going to get through it. It's just going to take me probably another 3.5 to 4 hours to do the 40 kilometers, I guess. Yeah, all part of the fun, isn't it? You couldn't hear me over the noise. That was Cindy and Rupert I've met up with again, who have somehow managed to catch back up with me. That's because of the short days and the days off I took. And we both got the same destination, Blonduos. 3 hours of cycling and 38 kilometers covered. Yeah, the wind's really cutting into progress today. I'm still crawling along, 50 kilometers done, and that's taken me 4 hours 10 minutes. At the minute I'm cranking out 9 kilometers an hour, basically on the flat. Yeah, cycling into a headwind is not fun. I'm going to be pretty exhausted when I get to this campground, which unfortunately doesn't have a common area either, or a cooking area. So now I'm going slightly downhill. I can't really get above 14. And I bet you can't hear me either.